Hey, hi Taurus. Thank you for being here, being a part of my Patreon community. I appreciate you watching this video and putting your self care and self discovery and healing first, or at least prioritizing it. Um, this is going to be a reading for you if you feel you are experiencing a crisis in your life at this time. I will continue to do these readings, and this is intended to be kind of short and straight to the point. I'm using oracle cards. This can also be done with the major arcana. So we're going to look at the first card being what your initial focus is, what your self-awareness is pointing you in the direction of, what your ego needs to heal or work on initially. The second card is going to show you where you can receive help from the collective. And the third card is going to show us the most difficult energy that you need to harness to merge with the collective. And we'll also take a look at the significator, which is going to show us the general theme of this reading, and that is forgiveness. Forgiveness for yourself and for others. For yourself and for others. I think that was important to say. I am going to elaborate on this spread with the tarot cards, but for now, let's go ahead and start with the first card, forgiveness. Each of these cards has a sacred landscape. I may go through this book and record myself reading the sacred landscape portion for those who want to hear it, so that it's an optional portion, so that it also doesn't take up too much time on the reading. I may do that. I'm leaning very strongly towards doing that. And maybe it'll just be like an audio thing. Anyway, forgiveness is your card. The sunset glow is the name of this sacred landscape. It is a very beautiful card, but that looks so liberating. It looks so freeing. Just kind of releasing things and allowing things to be. That's what this card is about. All right. The sacred landscape wants you to know it is human to want to hold on to the past, our memories, experiences, and relationships. However, there can be times when you are carrying so much of the past that we can't fully see the present. Seeing the filter that, like, they're creating a filter for your experiences where you think it's just like the past when it's not. It's a completely new experience. But in order for you to see that and embrace that and accept that as it is, there's a need to release the past. The past doesn't need to equal to be, I'm sorry, the past does not need to equal the future. Just because you had a pattern or reoccurring challenge in the past doesn't mean that it needs to reoccur in the future. The key is to be willing and ready to simply and cleanly let go of the hold that the past has on you. The past is gone, and it's okay to let it go. The way to do this is to fully immerse yourself in the here and now. Be super aware of the sights, sounds, smells, textures, and energy of your present. When you do this, the past simply vanishes and the glory of the present emerges. And then you can truly experience things for what they are instead of what you feel they are or what they seem like they are based on your old experiences. It can be really hard for Taurians to do this because you get a bad rep for being stubborn, but you're very practical and calculating. And you really need things to be very clear before you decide to exert your energy, which is very wise, but it can cause you to be complacent or cause you to be lazy if you can't be convinced that something is worth your effort. And it actually could very well be worth your effort. So the first card here is wisdom. This is your first power to master. And I think this is like harnessing what you know to be true. Sorry, I keep getting notifications and it's distracting. Depths of the Sea is the name of this card. Things are not as they seem. Look beneath the surface of your life. For example, you might feel that you aren't making progress on a particular project. Yet beneath the surface, things are happening, or you might be going through a stormy cycle. This card is letting you know that even though the surface of your life might be a bit rocky or wobbly, in a deeper place, all is well, and serenity and peace are emerging. Things that may seem challenging will later be revealed to have been beneficial. So I think this card is kind of teaching you to embrace what you do know and also embrace what you don't know. The serenity prayer comes to mind, and even if you're not religious or Christian, which I'm neither of those things, the serenity prayer is still one of my favorite prayers because it still applies to universal law. There are things that we have control over, and there are things that we don't have control over. And that just needs to be made clear for you. I can change the fact that I don't have to repeat patterns. I don't have to allow my future to be like my past, but I can't change where I am right now. I can only make the best of it. And you can make choices and decisions and put efforts towards changing your situation, but it's not going to change instantly. Um, so even though things are turbulent or things are changing, um, nothing. It's like there's solace to be taken in knowing that this is a temporary setting for things. Like this is not how things are going to end. Because things are turbulent is a sign that things are moving towards something. Um, so it doesn't have to be a bad thing. The second card here, where you're going to need to ask for help. Trust. Trust is the name of this card. This is deep. This is deep. Asking for help for trust. Desert Vision is the name of this sacred landscape. The sacred landscape wants you to know this is a powerful and important card to receive. Even when things seem parched or not fruitful, a deeper energy sparks of the power of your inner knowing. Meditate. Trust those nudges from the universe. Your celestial advisors are close now. You are now open to receive some of the most important messages of your life through your intuition. Your intuition is spot on, so trust it. And even if there are some areas of your life that seem lackluster, know that other areas are being fertilized for a resplendent, re- resplendent future. Have faith and know that there is a higher purpose. I think this is calling for you to connect with your guides, your higher self, so that you can kind of trust the process. Both of these cards talk about like things not seeming how they are, and beneath the surface, there's more to it. There's some value there. You may not be able to see very clearly what those things are, the beneficial uh, factors of the situation are right now. However, asking your guides for trust, asking those in the collective, like human beings in the conscious collective, for ways that you can build your trust with other people, build your own trust within yourself, build your trust in your connection to spirit and source. I think it comes in many, like I think it's tapping on and touching on all of those things, like having trust in all of those areas. But I think it starts with having trust internally as you accept what you do know, like what you know to be true, and not denying that. And that allows you to have trust within yourself. And then you can start to trust others. And I think maybe it's not something that you need to directly ask for, but maybe you need others to be trustworthy, and you need there's certain things or characteristics about, or let me rephrase it. There's certain ways that they can go about doing that to help soothe you, or not necessarily appease you. 'Cause I don't think that, like, if you have to do that, it almost seems fake. But maybe there's a way you can ask people, like, how can I say this? Help me out, spirit. And it's not like asking, like, hey, could you be a little bit more trustworthy? No, it's like maybe you're asking your guides to help guide you towards people who are more trustworthy, or maybe you ask people to give you a little bit of reassurance so that you can trust them. Maybe you ask people to check in with you if you're in a personal, like a romantic relationship. Maybe it's about, hey, can you let me know when you make it home so that I know you're safe? Or, maybe it's little things like that. asking for someone to do something that will allow you to build trust, whatever that thing may be. I know my example wasn't all that great, but I hope that makes sense. And of course, I'm going to elaborate with the tarot. That could definitely give us some more insight into how you can harness this energy. The third card is relaxation. This is going to be the hardest, the final power needed to work on integrating and becoming one with the collective consciousness. Um, I don't see this being hard at all. Maybe having peace and relaxing under someone else's control or something like that. Maybe that's the thing. Have to just light is like too much. Let's read the description of this card and look at the sacred landscape as well. Relaxation is the harvest moon. That's the name of the sacred landscape. When you receive this card, relax. All is well. No need to strive or push to get ahead. Beneath the surface of life, everything is gently propelling you in the right direction. You can lay down your burdens and simply unwind. Slow down and allow calmness to fill you. When you relax and relinquish control, your intuition expands and you create the space for your your spirit guardians to help you. Additionally, it is vastly easier to heal and have positive outcomes in life when you are rested and not fulfilled with a worry and a need to control outcomes. Lie back, stretch out, and watch magic unfold in your life. I don't think that's going to be difficult for a Taurus to do, like to just chill and allow things to happen, especially if they're going in your favor. It might be difficult um, getting. hmm, Sorry, I think I'm having an issue with my connection. Just want to make sure it's not going to cut off. But yeah, it might be difficult for you to get to that point, but I think once you get there, it will be easy to relax. I'm going to go ahead and pull some tarot cards. I really, really hope this connection is stable. All right, let's pull some tarot cards. Again, if you're going to do this type of spread at home, it's best with the major arcana. I'm just pulling tarot cards to elaborate on the cards that are already present. I'm just going to go ahead, cut the deck, and lay the spread out like I did the original one. One more shuffle. The bottom of the deck, we have the King of Swords. So there's something you need to make your mind up about. You need to get clear on. You may need to make a decision about something. You may need to use logic about something. Wisdom is here, so there's something that you know. And it may be deep in your subconscious, but there's something that you know. Something that you know to be true. Maybe there's a mature conversation that needs to be had with the King of Swords being present. I'll come back to that. I'm going to revisit that. The first card here is Temperance with the Seven of Cups. So it can be very tempting for you to, with Temperance being here, this light is so harsh. And I'm like, I can't fix it. With Temperance being here in the Seven of Cups, you could be presented with many options. Your emotions could make things very tempting for you. It could be like balance is difficult with this turbulence. Again, this card talks about things being unstable and you being kind of unsure of things on the surface, but deep down inside, intuitively, you know that things are fine. I think your higher self is at ease, and your higher self is trying to bring in balance. And that's why things feel turbulent because there's some shifts and changing happening right now. Change doesn't happen in your comfort zone and it's never comfortable, but balance is being created. I feel like this is your guide. This is representative of your guides, your higher self, kind of stepping in and trying to create balance. And these things may feel very tempting. It may be very tempting to act or to give into your emotions, to any anxieties that you have. But I think it's very important for you not to make emotional decisions, um, and just kind of allow things to unfold. Definitely meditate and observe, pay attention to all the signs going on, like everything happening around you. Pay attention to all of the details, to the things that people say, all of your thoughts, how you feel, and just analyze. This is very highly analytical energy here with the Wheel of Fortune. I think you'll notice how things are actually happening to your benefit with Jupiter being here. I think this is also an expansion of your consciousness, of your ability to see, of things becoming more clear here. This is Jupiter energy. I think you feel very you feel very like it feels lucky, or you feel fortunate to have this wisdom or this information. You may also see very clearly anywhere where there's deceit, or where you may have deceived yourself or lied to yourself. That could be becoming more clear as well. Okay, so moving on to the second card, the Trust card. Oh my goodness. Trust and the Five of Wands. I think part of your past situations could make it difficult for you to trust people in new situations, with the Five of Wands being here. The Ace of Pentacles represents new situations, new opportunities to trust people. And your past situations can make it difficult for you to do this. This could represent conflicts or internal battles. It can also be like competition. But I think this is kind of indicative of your own internal battle and you kind of having a rift with others. Maybe somebody does something that someone from your past did, and that makes it tempting for you to want to pick a fight or pick a battle with them. But I think the important thing to learn here is to open the door, have those mature conversations, and talk about it. Like, there's a need to forgive old situations so that they no longer have power over your new situations, and you're not treating people in a way based on how someone else used to treat you. You know what I mean? Like, you're not misinterpreting the situation and causing conflict where there is none, projecting conflict onto others because you have your own internal conflict. Um, that's mostly what I feel from this card. Relaxation here. Oh, this is beautiful. Relaxation. We have the Star card and the Three of Wands. The Star card is the rejuvenating energy. It's associated with the sign of Aquarius. I think this can also mean like being for people and for humanity, but also just knowing what's best for you and being able to rejuvenate, disconnect from the world, and do things that allow you to express yourself authentically. And if that's lounging around, reading a book, eating, being a true tourist, and just chilling, then that's what you need to do. The Three of Wands is also here. I think this is representing for you to just kind of see what else is out there, make plans for your life. I have this book and I want to look at the description for that card, because the Three of Wands is like you putting yourself out there, like seeing what else is out there. You are exploring. You could be making plans. Maybe you have made plans. Maybe you've already put yourself out there. It can be some type of waiting period. It's like once this whole turbulent situation ends and things feel calm, you can kind of heal, relax, rejuvenate. You can replenish yourself, and then you can also just kind of visualize the future that you want. And this is also, again, a waiting period. But while you're waiting, you're taking care of yourself. You could be improving your self-care habits. You could be, again, making plans for your future, reading, lounging, sleeping, whatever you feel is best for you. And I think that's beautiful. So let's go ahead and pull a couple crystal cards to see what crystals can assist you harness these energies. to shuffle for some reason. I'm like, I can't get this light perfect for whatever reason. I have to readjust to use. It's been so long since I've used my light. I have to readjust and learn how to operate it again. All right, give me crystals for Taurus related to this spread. Bismuth. Love that. Love that. That's a great crystal. And Larimar. Okay. I think there's also, I love that 2 blue crystals came out. The crystal on type is apophyllite. This is great for helping you connect to your higher self, to the higher dimensions. If you're trying to meditate or pray, if that's what this rejuvenating star card relaxation energy is about for you, spending more time in nature, grounding, connecting to your higher self more, that crystal can definitely assist you opening that channel for your higher self to expand your consciousness in that way. The King of Swords being here lets me know that there's something that does need to be said. So I think that these 2 blue crystals coming out is great because they're both great for the throat chakra. Any blue crystal, honestly. Bismuth was the first card to come out. It's an iridescent crystalline metal with a stair-step structure that forms when liquid bismuth cools. Bismuth's energy is focusing, conductive, and awakening. And I do feel like that's kind of what's going on here. Your guides are trying to make you be clear on what's happening, focus, and pay attention to everything around you. And also ascend and move past beyond this place. Who needs it? The easily distracted, burners, people who are very bored. Where to put it? On your desk in Silicon Valley and on your in your utility belt under Black Rock City. When to use it for those looking for some psychedelic influence without swallowing the red pill. Lie on your back and take 10 or 100 or a million powerful breaths through your mouth with bismuth placed on your forehead. Then break out of tired gray thought patterns and get en route to a more colorful, energized life. Rewrite your code with rainbows. And I think you are trying to revamp your life, change the way things have been, and place yourself on a new trajectory. And this crystal is great for you for this new beginning, this new fresh start. Maybe it's a new beginning with people. Maybe it's your surrounding. Maybe it's a new home, a new community, a new job, something like that. But it is a fresh start. It's a new beginning. And in order for you to see people and embrace new experiences and present experiences without the filter and the trauma of the trauma from your past, this crystal can assist you while you meditate, while you ground, so on and so forth. It can also probably help you process things and see things as they truly are. Larimar, here's a seafoam toned Larimar, is a volcanic blue mineral only found in the Dominican Republic. Its energy is like a spiritual snow cone for the seething and sweltering. Who needs it? The hot-tempered, any Aries. You're not far from Aries, so if you're close to Aries or you have other Aries placements, you're the next sign after Aries, so you're not much different. Where to put it? When super agitated, stop, drop, hold Larimar in your left hand and commence cooling breathing. Stick out your rolled tongue and slowly inhale and exhale like you're sucking through a straw. When to use it? When you feel like the world's problems are suddenly just your problem. When anger stands between you and the formation of articulate sentences, remember, chill is a choice. Ride the cool breeze with Larimar. Slow your roll. I definitely feel like this is what this pair of cards is about. Choosing to be calm, choosing to be balanced, and not indulging in the temptation of your emotions, because it seems like it might be a good idea to move towards one of these, but wait till the smoke clears and the dust settles. Wait until things are more clear, or don't overreact before you've observed all the details, and don't speak immaturely or prematurely, so that you can speak clearly, be understood clearly, and speak in a way that articulates what you truly mean. So, Taurus, I hope that was helpful for you, please check out your other placements, any other placement that you feel might be significant during this period of your life. I truly hope that this was able to provide you some insight into balancing these energies and getting out of a critical situation with ease. Please comment if this reading helped you, and don't forget to check your other signs. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, peace, love, and light.